Hi everyone, my name is Laura Staples and I'm the owner and teacher at reddesertviolin.com, where I offer online violin lessons which are classical and Suzuki based, as well as online fiddle lessons. Now Mike Spears asked if I'd like to be interviewed for the latest edition of iFiddle magazine, and of course I did. So we conducted that interview, which is in this latest issue, and then he asked me if I wouldn't mind teaching you a tune. And so I gave him a list of options, and he chose Jerusalem Ridge for you. So that's what I'm going to teach you. Those of you who are intermediate players or slightly on the more advanced side, you may want to skip the note teaching part of these lessons and just go straight to the slow play-alongs. Or if you're proficient at reading music, you can probably skip these tutorials and just go straight to the play-alongs. It'll save you a little bit of time. Jerusalem Ridge is a very difficult piece, and so I'm going to simplify it for you so that it's more accessible to you. And then this is not an attempt to make a sale for you, but I have another kit at my website that is a full-blown instructional kit on Jerusalem Ridge. It's probably got 2 hours of instruction to just teaching the tune. And it has more advanced bowings in it. So if I wanted to try to offer you both sets of bowings in this tutorial, but this is like the 10th time I've started over on this video because I can't present both without it getting really confusing. So for this tutorial, I'm going to use just something similar to the Nashville Shuffle, and I'm not going to do anything really super fancy, even though you'll see other fiddle players doing very strange combination bowings like a Cinco Shuffle or a Georgia Shuffle in this Jerusalem Ridge. But I'm going to teach it to you simply so that you can get your arms around it. Then you can get fancy on your own. How does that sound? Okay, so Jerusalem Ridge, of course, was written by Bill Monroe. This is like now a fiddler's anthem. I model my Jerusalem Ridge after Michael Cleveland, who is a hero of mine, with a few changes and leaving out his wicked blues solos, which are so cool but very difficult. So I've taken those out and I've just stuck with Bill Monroe's structure of the tune, which is the intro, and then it has an A part, a B part, a bridge, and a C part. Okay, so let's get started. The intro is just a rhythmic chop. Michael Cleveland does it out at the tip. Be careful if you do it out at the tip. Don't go so crooked that your bow hits the wood of your violin, which would damage it. So keep a straight bow parallel to the bridge, and you're going to put your first finger across the G string and the D string, playing an A and an E, and you're going to do this rhythm. 1 and 2 and 1 2 1 and 1 and 2 and 1 1 1. Okay, so try that with me, and then I'll show you an alternative way of playing that can make a lot more sound. Michael Cleveland has the advantage of playing into a hot mic, and it picks him up really nicely. We don't always have that option. So play it with me first at the tip, being very careful to keep your bow straight, and then I'll show you the other way of doing it. Lay your first finger across the G and the D string. I call it a fat first finger. Here we go. Play with me. 1 2, ready, chop. 1 and chop and chop, 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 and chop, and chop, and chop, chop, chop. Okay, now if you need to make more noise than that, and I often do if I'm playing in a loud bar somewhere, then I do it at the frog, and I just scratch it. You just pluck it, basically, like instead of with your finger, you're gonna catch the bow onto the strings, and you just rip it with exactly that much horsehair. Try that with me at the frog. 1 2, ready, chop. set, chop, set, chop, 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 set, chop, set, chop, chop, chop. And I think it's more convenient to do all down bows on those chops. Okay, so that's the intro. Play around with both, see which you like best, or maybe master both and use them depending on the circumstances you're playing in. Okay, now letter A. I'd like to play it for you a couple times and then I will teach it to you. So here's letter A. I'm going to play it medium speed. 1 and 2 and ready and go and. Repeat. So the bow pattern I'm doing is long, short, short, 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 long, short, short. It's Nashville shuffle. But sometimes on the long bow, we have 2 notes slurred. And that confuses a lot of people, but it's still a long bow. Okay, so let me play the first 2 bars and then you can play it with me. I'll give you 2 tries. Ready and slow and. Try that with me. Ready and go and. I'll give you one more try and then you can rewind as needed. Ready? Go. Okay. The next 2 bars are similar, but they go a little bit higher. They're a little bit more dramatic. They go like this. And I encourage you to use a 4th finger on that A. Watch me one more time. Right here. Just because it spares you from an extra string crossing that can tangle your bow arm up. It's hard enough without that extra string crossing. Okay, I'll give you 2 tries to play with me. Ready and go and. 3, 4. Do it again. Ready and go and. Now, those 2 pairs of bars make the most sense when you glue them together. So I'm going to play it glued together twice to give you something to practice with. Okay, so starting at the beginning of part A, we'll do 4 bars. Ready and go and. Okay, practice that like crazy because it's a finger twister and a bow twister and you really need some muscle memory to kick in on that. Okay, so now where we just left off, it kind of repeats itself for 3 bars and then the last bar is different. So pretend like you're at the beginning, play the first 3 bars with me and then listen to what I do on the last bar. Ready and go and. Right here. Thank heavens it ends with an easy bar. It's just an E, D, C, A. But we're gonna do a little left hand ornament, grace note. I play 1 3 1 because it sounds more of that lonesome sound that we want in bluegrass music. Play that last measure with me 2 times. Ready, go. 1 3 1. One more time. Ready, go. Okay, so we know the whole A part. Let's play the first 8 bars, which is the A part. Ready and go, and okay, and you play the A part twice. Now let's learn the B part. First, let me play it for you. Let me play it a little faster. Okay, let me teach that to you. So first I'm going to show you the basics of what you need to do, and then I'll show you the tricky stuff that's making it sound really cool. It's not that much harder, but first let me teach you just the basics, okay? So you're going to play E on the D string and slur the first 2 notes. Can you play that with me? Ready, go. E, A, and you slur the first 2 notes. One more time. Ready, go. Okay, and the next bar goes like this. So it goes higher. It's getting more exciting and more dramatic. E, G, A, B, C, E, C, A. And you'll go slur, separate. Try it with me. Ready, go. One more time, go. Let's glue those 2 measures together, and it will sound like this. Try that with me. Remember to slur the first 2 notes. Ready, go. Slur. Okay, and then the next 2 bars are similar. You have a slur. Let me play it one more time. Slur. A, B, C, E, E. Try that with me. Ready, go. One more time. Ready, go. That's a cool syncopation in that bar. Doo-doo-doo. Now let's glue those 4 bars together and let me show you what we've got. Try that with me. Slur your first 2 notes. Ready, go. Okay, and in the second bar of the B part, there's a 4th finger. Watch me. Right here. I highly recommend a 4th finger, not open E there. But then the fourth bar, yeah, you're gonna do an open E. A big old loud open E. So that's the first 4 bars. The second 4 bars are very similar. Listen to me. So the first 2 bars are identical, but bars 3 and 4, or bars 7 and 8, are different from the 3rd and 4th bar of the B part. The 3rd and 4th, the 7th and 8th bar go like this. It's kind of a E minor arpeggio, but not quite. Play it with me. You'll be playing slur, separate, long. Ready, go. Okay, so if you glued all that together, your B part would sound like this. So let me teach you what the fancy things are that make that B section just scream and moan. First, you're going to slide your first finger. And that just involves dip down below the note, boom, and stop when you get to the note, like this. You go. Okay, but leave your first finger down, because you're going to do a cheap trick which creates a free double stop. If you leave your first finger down when you play your A, it makes a perfect 4th, which is a really hollow, lonesome sound and gives it that Bill Monroe sound. Then you do it again. Now watch. Okay, that didn't turn out so good, but I played open E, and then on the up bow, I'm going to play open E with a whiny 4th finger. So, and I slide into my 4th finger, and against the open E, it just sounds, I think it sounds cool. Okay, so the first 4 measures of B are like this with the fancy stuff. To open and slide your 4. And then you do it again on bars 5 through 8. Okay, do you want to try the whole B part with me with the fancy stuff? It's going to take some work, I know that, but this will give you a snippet to practice with. Nice and slow. 1, 2, ready to slide. Slide 4. And then it repeats. And then it goes on to the bridge. Okay, so before we close out this video, we're going to give you a new video for the bridge and for the C part. I want to teach you how to get into the A part with a little push or a little syncopation. So you're going dink, you go dink, 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 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, go! So you're going to come in on a slidey 1 on beat 4 before beat 1, before the A part. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And that little push just sets the tune off really cool. You can watch me do it one more time, or you can try it with me. But I just want to coach you a little bit on how to get into the A part. I'm going to do it at the tip. You ready? Here we go. 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chop, chop, chop. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chop, 2, chop, 2. Ready, set, go. Okay, and I just decided to play through the whole thing for you to give you a whole sample. We'll explain the crooked bar that I just played that goes into the bridge in the next video. See you there.